Yo, welcome back guys. So it's been a good minute, of course, because I've been busy with everything else, work, school, wife, the life. So we got lots to do. So I have noticed that my car had, you guys know that my car has been rubbing on one side, and I just found out that one side, the right side, the rubbing side, is actually lower by like half an inch compared to the driver's side. So we're gonna fix that today. Everyone's been asking for this video. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how I adjust my coilovers, my BC coilovers, and set preload. So apparently I've been setting preload wrong. I just found a video. I guess I could try to link it, like I guess over here or here, of the original video. And then he actually is like a BC racing person, and then he did it differently. So I'm gonna try that way, a preload. I don't know how I'm gonna measure it, I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but we're gonna try. So that's my plan for today. I know you guys been asking. The front I won't be adjusting, but I guess I'll walk over what to do. Pretty simple how to do the fronts. The rears, this is the divorce system. It's gonna be a little difficult, not much people know how to do it, and I asked all of my friends, they don't even know how to do it themselves. Let me show you how the coil looks. So this is how the diverse coilovers work on the 3IS. Anything above a 2015 to 2020 for that I'm aware of. So this is how it looks like. So I'm gonna be adjusting the spring, not on this side but the other side. I'll be adjusting that spring over there. That back focus. That spring at the very far back, and then setting the preload with that. Shut up! I might be playing with camber a little bit today as well, so I don't know if I want to add it to this video or not, but we're going to be doing the camber arms too. Hopefully they'll fix that rub as well. So that's the plan for today. So also I'm going to do this edit a little bit different. I know you guys, most of you guys know that when I edit, I always like to have music in the background. But in this video, I've been watching a few YouTube videos, and I noticed that they don't have music always playing in the background. So I'm going to try it in this video. Let me know how you guys like it. And if you guys don't like it or get used to, just let me know and we're gonna try. As always though, when you're adjusting with any suspension part, you must get an alignment after you're done. I'm getting new rear tires, so I'm gonna be doing that alignment soon for that. Once I get new tires, I'm gonna get alignment as well. So that's the plan, and enough talking, let's get started. So the first thing I did so far was I measured my driver's side, because this height is good how it is, and I measured the threads of the spring to measure from the passenger side to see if there's a difference. And it was the same size on the actual spring itself. So that means that even though I have the same measurements on the threads, it's still a height difference. So with that being said, I'm going to do some calculations. I might just raise it up like half an inch on the threads itself. I don't know if that's actually going to work or not, how that works, but I'm gonna see how it works, and I'm gonna let the car settle a little bit, and I guess I'll update you guys from there. So we'll see if it actually works or not. I just need to have it any higher than it is now, just to hopefully fix that rubbing, because as you guys know, I put my car used because I'm a poor boy and I couldn't afford a new one. And then the shop whoever the previous owner had it done by some crappy shop, and they just didn't do a good body work. So it's like completely different than OEM. So it's like rubbing really crazy. Only on that side it's rubbing, so it's weird. So hopefully I can fix that rubbing side. I didn't even notice it was a height difference because I just measured it by the threads, and I didn't look at it after that, and that's kind of my fault on there. So if you guys doing this, make sure you guys check your once it's settled down, check your height. There could be a difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and put to work. And the only thing I hate about the 3ISs is that every time you want to adjust the height, you have to pretty much take out the whole thing, so the lower control arm, and to redo everything again. So it's pretty much like redoing coils again. So that's gonna be the pain in the butt. So hopefully we can finish before the sun goes down. That's the goal, and let's see if we can do it. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and disconnect the hub and the strut from the blower control arm. They're both 19 millimeters that I know of. So I got my cheater bar right here, and we're gonna try to hopefully get this removed, and let's pray it doesn't take ridiculously long time or nothing bad happens. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Gonna get this out. I need to make sure I can remove that spring completely out, or at least have it loose and then loosen the tension. So that's what I'm gonna do. key tip before removing the strut bolt right here. I don't know if it's in focus or not. Probably not. Before removing that strut bolt, make sure that you loosen the collar first. If I have to do that, so I gotta raise it back up, add the bolt back on, and then I loosen that collar. So don't forget that part. So I was hoping to remove this entire spring, but looks like it's not gonna come out. There's still a lot of tension on it, even though the lower control arm is like loose. I'm not trying to go remove the entire lower control arm. That does too much work. So I'm going to adjust the spring how I want it to right here, and adjust the height that way instead of removing the whole spring, and then just set the preload using the bottom of the clip there here, and then adjusting the strut at the very last. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully you guys are following along. Hopefully it's helpful for you guys because it's tight in here. I can barely film. Hopefully you guys can see and everything, and if you have any questions, just let me know as always. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe below to get more car content. I have a lot of ideas I want to film. I just gotta film it and edit it, and that's the hard part. So just bear with me, and let's get to this adjustment. So what I did so far was loosen the top collar. That way it's loose, but it's like grimy, I guess, all the debris on the road. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to adjust the height this way, and then just don't forget to remove the top collar too, and then just gonna start adjusting. So let's start adjusting. That's what we're gonna do. Wow, as soon as I start filming, the fan turns on. Hopefully you guys can still hear me, but I remember this is the longest part. I started playing with it a little bit, and man, it's gonna take me forever to adjust. So we're gonna cut into a time lapse. Hopefully it's been pretty fast time lapse, so you guys don't have to bear with me, keep adjusting, but it's gonna be tight nitpicking. This is probably the hardest part of the entire adjustment. It's gonna be this one right here. I wish I could take it out of the lower control arm, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So I'm gonna keep it on here because I'm not gonna try to compress the spring and try to remove from the top. So hopefully you guys can see and everything, and we'll get this time lapse started. So what I'm doing here is that so you get 2 spinner wrenches whenever you let me see the focus. You get 2 spinner wrenches whenever you get your coils. So what I'm doing is, I'm pretty sure that if I'm tightening it, turning clockwise, it's gonna be lowering it, because when I turn this counterclockwise, this ring is going up. So I want it to expand out. So I'm gonna turn it clockwise. That's what I'm thinking in my head anyway. So what I'm doing is getting both spinning wrenches and trying to go from this side, because it's gonna be hitting right here. I don't know if you guys can see. So whenever I turn right all the way through here and this thing is hitting it, I change to the other spinner wrench. I grab from this part, and look at that, more room. So then I'll push out and do it that way. It's very tedious. If there's an easier way, then do it. But for me, like, look at this room. I have like no room anywhere, so I haven't found a way to do it yet. If I find a way before the end of the video, I'll let you know. Let's go back to the time lapse. Alright, so I'm done with all the adjusting. This is the height I'd go with. I think when I measured it, I had like, let me see, I had like 1 inch and 1/8. Now I'm like 1 inch and about 7/8 now, or yeah, about over 7/8. That's a little bit, almost half an inch. So it should be mathematically, I guess that's the height adjustment. I don't know if it's actually gonna be half an inch of adjustment. So I'm just worried that I have like this much of thread left about that collar. I don't want too little thread in case something bad happens. So just to, you know, take the precaution, I guess. But I'm gonna go ahead and I guess lock this for now. That's the height difference. We're like from up here to right there. You can see it. I'm gonna lock this one down and then we're gonna do the strut. So let's go ahead and lock this collar down. And I went ahead and cut it. Like, I don't know if I said it or not, but I cut it short already because I don't want you guys to like watch me do this tedious stuff right here. This is very tedious. It's just like small adjustments, and then my hand was hurting from all that pressure right there. So I had to get my microfiber and hold the end of the spindle like that to push it out. So let's go ahead and tighten this part down. And I guess I cut to the part when we're gonna adjust the strut. So it's the next day, another bright, beautiful day here, surprisingly. It's gonna rain tomorrow, so I can go get my car now. But after doing research and everything and asking questions, people did say that the way how I showed you guys was the correct way, is where you adjust the spring and then you measure it without any preload on it, like any weight, and then you add the millimeter preload to it, and then you adjust the shock accordingly. So that's the correct way, supposedly. But I didn't have any luck, so I'm gonna keep it as this. But I'm gonna try again and see if it works. Cause I measured it, I put the weight on the bottom of here. So I'm gonna do it on the bottom of the spring and see if it works. So good news, it actually did work. So what I did yesterday was wrong. So that's my preload right now. I have threads in the hole, like yesterday. And so I measured my spring without the jack under it, and it's about 7 5/8, 4/8? Let me find my ruler. Yeah, it was 7 3/4. So I wanted 10 millimeter preload. So that's about 3/8 of an inch. So I measured the spring. I jacked up the spring until it measured 7 3/8. Then I just aligned up the shock with the bottom of the spindle right here. Let me see, you guys can see. And it lined up. And there's still threads right here showing. So it's better than yesterday. So I guess because I ejected it right here yesterday instead of jacking it from the middle. So that's the reason why. So that's how you do the preloads. That was right. I don't know if I'm focusing on that, but that's good to know. So I'm gonna do the other side and I'm gonna try to record it so you guys can walk you through everything. So let's see if this works. So I'm not gonna be changing the height on this because it's about 1 finger gap, which is not bad, especially to fix by rubbing. So I might keep this height for now. If I do change it, I'll let you guys know. But I figured out there is a better way to remove the spring and adjust it compared to I had it. I was just being lazy. So if you do loosen, let me go find the bolt. Right there. I'm gonna go under. That bolt right there, that's the lower control arm bolt in the rear. If you do loosen it, don't have to take it out, but loosen it, and then you remove the hub bolt and the strut bolt, don't forget the end link bolt right here. You can move it from, let me see. You can move it from the end link itself. Bad picture. Go through this way. It's right here. You guys can remove the bolt from the end link, the sway bar end link itself, or remove it from the lower control arm. I've been removing it from the lower control arm, so just because it's easier access. Then this is a very tight area, but it's whatever you guys like. You remove that bolt, or the bottom one, and then remove the hub and the shock bolt, and then loosen the rear of the low control arm, and then you can pull out the spring after that and then adjust it, the top collars from there, instead of doing what I did yesterday, which is keep turning it by hand and everything. So sorry for that misinformation, but there you go. That's an easy way to how you guys adjust the height that way if you guys want to do it. Or if you're lazy like me, you just do it like I did yesterday. It takes forever. I know probably not very much people are going to watch that near the end of this video, so I'll probably just leave like a word of the earlier clips or to remove it, and we'll see what's going to happen with that. So, well, that's the correct way how to adjust the height anyways. So after removing the strut, the bottom bolt right here, so the strut is, or shock, whatever you want to call it, is free. Now it's time to measure the spring without any jack on it and measure what it is, and then from there, depending on how much preload you want, you just measure it and subtract it down. So let's go ahead and do that now. Now it's time to add 10 millimeters preload under the spring though. Not like that, yes, under the spring. Oh, my wheel! Let's see, where's that now? Under the bottom. It's about 7. Oh, that's too much. That's 7 inches. That's too preload. I'm only gonna try to make it the same. It's about 7, in between 7/3 and 7/7/8. So I'm trying to make it. I'm gonna probably do the same. Maybe the notch above 3/8 is my goal. So loosen it. Round 2. Oh, yeah. Spot on. This is... Okay, let me see. It's so dark in here. Pretty much the spot, about 3/8. This right here is good. So with the desired preload, what we have right now, I'm gonna double check. So I measured the black part. Yeah. Yep. It's like a notch. Let me find it. Notch right above. Not perfect. It's about the notch right above 3/8, which is like pretty much 3/8. So it's about 10 millimeters of preload. What you do now is adjust the shock or strut to match along the holes, and then just bolt it right in. And now it's through. And that's the preload. Set about 10 millimeters. Roughly. And just tighten everything back up. And there you have it. That's about 10 millimeters of preload. That's how you do preload. For the fronts, I just add a picture of what I'm going to do. What I usually do is that here's the suspensions. And what I do is I'll loosen, or I to remove all the bottom bolts so the bottom spindle is free. I could turn it. That way I don't mess with the preload, because the preload set by BC is fine for the front. So the fronts, I loosen the bottom collar so I can move it around. Then I'll do just spin the bottom spindle to my desired height, and then lock the collar, or put the bolt back in, then lock the collar. And that's it. That's all I do for adjustment for the height. I don't mess with preload at all for this car, because I know BC sets the preload for the fronts, and I know they're perfect how they are. But then for the rears, you have to mess with the preload in order to do the adjusting at the height. You have to mess with preload, sadly, for the rears that I know of anyways. So that's how you do the rears. Again, guys, thank you very much for watching. And again, if any questions down below, let me know down below. I'll be happy to answer you guys. If I don't respond in 24 hours, DM me on Instagram. My Instagram down in the description down below. And thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I really appreciate all you guys who watch. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the content, subscribe for more. I'm gonna try to post more. I don't know when it's gonna be edited, but thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped out. If it didn't, I'm very sorry, but I'll try to explain the best as I can through words. If you want to text me to help you figure it out from there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the incoming merch. If not, it already came out. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Stay easy.